What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cryptic Crypto, where we are demystifying the crypto asset investment space. Now, there's been a lot of updates since yesterday, a lot of big news involving FTX and Binance, and their CEOs are having a bit of a feud. We're going to get into that. We're going to look at some of the updates since yesterday and how that's actually affecting the markets today, especially altcoin markets. So we're going to dive into those details, and we're going to be looking at some of the Twitter tweets and some of the responses as far as the rumors that are flying around with these two heavyweights in the exchange realm. So with that, you guys, welcome. And if you will, do me a favor and hit the subscribe, the like, and tap that notification bell if you would. Appreciate it. All right, so let's dive into the markets. Just a real quick update. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin's down about a little over 2%. It dropped down under 21,000. Ethereum, we're looking still pretty good here, looking pretty strong. We're still up in the last 7 days as well as Bitcoin, but in the last 24 hours, Ethereum's dropped as well. I believe it's because of all the FUD that's coming out involving some of the biggest exchanges in the space. So these things are getting affected. If you scroll down, you can see Binance has dropped. Pretty much everything is dropped today based off of the news that has come out. There's been a lot of negativity around the health of FTX, which we're going to get into in a second. Also, Solana's down huge, and this is partly because of FTX and how much money they have invested in Solana. The rumor is that they're selling a lot of their Solana to keep up with some of the liquidation that's going on within their platform. We'll get into that some more. Polygon seems to be the best performer in the past 7 days, and really they're just on a run, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. I was looking at this yesterday, they were at $1.17. So I really wish I would have gotten in a little bit lower. I may go ahead and put a little bit more into Polygon just because of how it's performing. And they've also been partnering with big names like Google, Meta, things like that to integrate some of these blockchain and wallets into those platforms. So it's looking pretty bullish for Polygon. This is a big name that you're going to want to include in your major assets for crypto. So this is just a quick update. As you can see, everything is down. There's nothing really that stands out to me here other than in the daily time frame we're down. But if you still look in the weekly time frame, we're up. So I think we're still bullish for the month of November, and we'll just see where it goes. So with that, let's hop into what's going on with FTX. So I want to look at, this is Binance's CEO, CZ is what you call him, and it is out that the fact that it sparked so much level of discussion was surprising. There were also conspiracy theories that I somehow orchestrated this whole thing. If you read this thread, you would appreciate that no one can orchestrate this. So let's dive into actually what happened here. And I came across this tweet by Miles Dauscher. Not really sure if that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it today. So here's how it all went. This is saying, for a long time, Sam Bankman-Friedman, this is the CEO of FTX, was idolized in the space, and he was looked at as pretty much like a Michael Saylor type of character until recently. Arbitrage trading, founding FTX and Alameda, hugely successful investments like Solana. See, and this goes back to why Solana's down so much today. So he accrued an impressive estimated net worth of between 10 to 14 billion, basically in 5 years. That's unheard of. So what really happened here in recent times, FTX has been extremely busy leading huge fundraising rounds for new projects. They're buying out different companies that are potentially going insolvent. I know they bought out BlockFi, which I had my money in for a while, and then I moved it into FTX until recently. And they were also, I think they speculated that they were going to buy Celsius, and then they ended up not acquiring Celsius. We know how that turned out. So basically, in the background, there were some cracks that were starting to appear. Eyebrows started to raise when Alameda CEO Sam suddenly resigned. So they had some people in the high ups of FTX that just started resigning, and additionally, a month later, FTX president Brett Harrison stepped down as well. These resignations occurred just before it was revealed that FTX was facing some legal trouble in the form of a securities regulator probe. So basically, Texas securities regulator, they were asking whether crypto earn offers are securities or not, and then Texas said FTX should not be allowed to buy Voyager assets. So basically, just a lot of questions around securities, commodities. What is the definition of what they're doing? So Sam Bankman-Fried has a clear interest in politics evidenced by his involvement in the upcoming midterm elections, which he has donated $50 million towards. He's basically in the top 10 for who, and as you can see, slimy George Soros is up here at the top with 120 million plus that he's donated to this midterm election. Classic. So this comes after his plan to donate $1 billion in 2024. He's recently come back from that. So a lot of people have spoken out against what he's doing. The bill, most notably BitBoy, who is working on his own. 6 weeks ago, I first started sounding the alarms that Sam Bankman-Fried was deep into plans to create a federal bit license. After yesterday, there should be no questions about what this man has been trying to do in crypto. He's coming after DeFi and peer-to-peer transactions. So basically, the concern started on Wednesday when Alameda's balance sheet was apparently leaked to the public, and it revealed that the net equity in Alameda business was actually FTX-owned, centrally controlled, and printed out of thin air token. So basically, when they got the balance sheet of Alameda, a lot of their assets on the book were FTX token, which they're claiming was basically printed out of thin air, which arguably they are, but I mean, you could argue the same thing with stocks, but there's intrinsic value because people buy them and they have a set price. With this, Binance's CEO had $530 million worth of FTX coin, and he decided after he saw the balance sheet to sell a lot of his FTX token in order to tank the price and potentially, who knows, try and bring down FTX. I don't really know what the motive was, but I think there was a big feud between the two CEOs. So this is basically, the gist of the story is FTX is insolvent, and we have proof. FTX Exchange and Alameda Research hold $8 billion in FTX value, which is illiquid against a real market cap of $3 billion. That is a $5 billion of magic money that they report on their balance sheet. So yeah, basically they're saying they're insolvent. So I had all my money in this. I moved it out last night when I first got word of this because the Celsius debacle really scared the shit out of me. So I moved everything out. I moved it into a regular Coinbase wallet. I'm not earning any APY. I just moved it out because that shit doesn't matter as long as my money's safe. There was a response from Sam Bankman-Fried. I want to go through that real quick. A competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. FTX is fine, assets are fine. Here are the details. FTX has enough to cover all client holdings, and we don't invest client assets, even in treasuries. We have been processed all withdrawals, which is true. All my withdrawals went through and will continue to be. Sounds good. I don't see any problems with this. Everything that I did was fine. We are heavily regulated. I agree with that. Otherwise, Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, wouldn't be a spokesperson or be invested in the business if he wasn't compliant to all regulations. We have GAAP audits with billions of excess cash. I'd love it if Binance CEO, if we could work together for the ecosystem. So that was basically his response, which I don't know how true this is. I don't know how true any of it is, but I know it has tanked the markets today. So a little bit of drama in the space today, but it's certainly interesting. If there's anything else that you can add to this, please comment below. But that's really all I had to share today. Things are down, but they're only down for the day. I have a feeling that things are going to bounce back pretty quickly. The crypto space is looking okay. There's a lot of bullish indicators, a lot more bull indicators than bear indicators right now. We're at the bottom of a lot of different indicators. So I think the move up is still the trend for November, December. So we'll see. Hey guys, if you like the content today, remember subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to keep getting updates. I'm gonna keep trying to do one of these a day, and feel free to let me know how to better these videos. Until then, keep enjoying the crypto space and have a good one. Out.